What's good with YouTube? You already know. Big Flocka with a convict's perspective, and I'm smashing, dashing, sliding on through with a little bit of energy this morning, man. What's cracking, people? Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all things help support the channel. Hit that bell notification for future fire content, man. Hope everyone's having a positive, productive day. As you can tell, we had two individuals yesterday who pled guilty in Operation Quiet Storm, and one of them is going to be shocking, as well as a little bit of information on San Jose. I'm going to read this as follows. This is an article that came out the Mercury News, man. Two members of the Nuestra Familia prison gang have been sentenced to varying federal prison terms for their roles in the same two murder conspiracies, targeting lower-tier members of their organization, Crime Network, for a record show. Eric Zarate Sr., 44, was sentenced to 100 months in federal prison. Now, for those of you that are from San Jose, you guys already know that's Baby G from Metal Fair. While his co-defendant, Robert Maldonado, 57, another dude I know, was given 88 months. Both were sentenced by U.S. District Judge Yvonne Gonzalez Rogers in late January. Both were sentenced, huh? Zarate and Maldonado pled guilty to a single count of racketeering involved with the Nuestra Familia, a Northern California-based prison gang that lords over the Norteños and other affiliates in the area. Though it originated in the farmlands of Northern California, not necessarily true, the gang has spread across the state and has been linked to high-profile violent crimes. Earlier this month, two alleged Norteños were charged in the massacre of 6 family members in Tulare County. Zarate and Maldonado admitted to 2 murder conspiracies in 2018 and 2019. In both instances, authorities knew of their plots because they were wiretapping the defendants' phones. Wiretaps, guys. Warned the victims and prevented the killings from occurring. Despite having this evidence, prosecutors didn't indict Pera until August 2021, 2 months after Zarate was allegedly involved in a shooting near a San Jose courthouse that left 1 man dead. That was a big case. That was a big situation too that happened right in front of the courthouse. Now, if you've been to San Jose and know where the courthouse is at, everything's right there. The police department, everything, man. In January 2019, with a high-ranking Nuestra Familia member named Sammy Luna, which is Dragon, from Horseshoe, the two allegedly conspired to murder a Norteño who referred to as EC in court records. They talked about his location in the county jail, selected a hitman, and discussed how EC needed to be hit on site, according to a prosecution sentencing memo. 3 months earlier, in October 2018, Maldonado and Zarate allegedly discussed killing another Norteño named AR for being strung out on heroin and consorting with a rival gang. They talked about how the victim had committed an assault to get back into good standings with the gang, but had resorted to his old ways, which was the final straw, as prosecutors say. Additionally, prosecutors described Zarate as a high-level heroin and cocaine trafficker who also collected thousands in dues for the gang. Basically, he was the regiment commander of San Jose prior to Operation Quiet Storm. John Jordan, an attorney representing Zarate, pointed out in a sentencing memo that these two victims in this case were never actually injured, and that Zarate had accepted full responsibility and shown remorse. Zarate has also consistently told counsel that he had strong second thoughts about going through the planned assault and wondered to this day if he could have actually acted, although he fully acknowledged his active participation in the conspiracy. Jordan wrote, he asked for an 84-month sentence. Zarate was out of jail during the conspiracy, which made him more valuable to the gang, authorities say. By contrast, Maldonado was serving a life sentence from a 2008 conviction of dissuading a witness from testifying against another gang member. Both men had support letters from their mothers. Zarate's mom described him as a devoted son, father, grandfather, brother, and more, who has learned from his mistakes. Maldonado's mother wrote to the court that he entered the system as an immature young man and has been affected by prison life. He has had to adjust to a life that has had choices no one should have to make. In spite of his situation, he had remained positive and optimistic. In June 2021, Zarate was arrested and charged with murder for his alleged participation in a retaliatory shooting in San Jose. Authorities say Zarate blamed the intended victim for the March 2021 killing of his son, 25-year-old Eric Zarate Jr., and orchestrated the shooting. Now, this right here was a killing that happened in 2021, which kicked off a whole lot of issues with the Crip gang out there in San Jose, because there was a Garnal son that got killed, an NF member son. The intended target was struck, but 20-year-old Malik Johnson was and died from his injuries. Poison stroke. Zarate and Maldonado were indicted as a part of a massive 2021 investigation targeting the Nuestra Familia and multiple Norteño subsets based in San Jose. Several defendants have already pleaded guilty and been sentenced, including for other alleged murder conspiracies. The main targets of the investigation, including alleged members of the Nuestra Familia Leadership Council, are still in federal detention awaiting a resolution to their case. So yeah, man, Baby G from Metal Fair, man, he pled guilty. Statements there made. I don't know how those statements are going to be read, so I'm not going to really put no jacket on it. But it's kind of questionable what he was saying. If you should have been even referring to that. But you got to remember, the dude's been going through a lot. You know, he had to bury his son. This occurred 2021. He was out there for a long time. He was out there pretty much running operations and collecting dues, and pretty much had set up shop out there in San Jose pretty well. He's been involved in the Knicks for a long time. He's only 44 years old, right? But I remember him as a youngster coming into the system, youngster on the streets, man. He used to stay with them choppers out there, man. That was his thing. You know, he was like a little kid. You know what I'm saying? I've seen pictures 20 years later. He looks like a fucking grown man now. But Baby G was cool. He was a cool dude, man. You know, I don't know how to interpret those statements that he said in there. If that's going to be, if that was too much being said or whatnot. You know what I mean? But see, anytime you take a guilty plea in a federal case, you have to sit there and do what you call an allocution, where you have to admit the charges against you. You know what I mean? The NF found that out back in 2001 during Operation Black Widow when Skip took that deal. As far as the other individual, yeah, he's been around for a minute as well, man. You know, it seems like as opposed to Operation Black Widow, those cases dragged on for a long time, man. I think 2001 they all got indicted, and I think it wasn't until around 2005 that pretty much the whole cases were fused. And so now we're entering into maybe it's been about 18 months now. Yes, it's been about 18 months since this indictment. So I say that the higher ups, you know, Chuco, Conejo, DC, Sammy Luna, Puppet, all these individuals, man, they're probably going to have another 2 to 3 years till their case is resolved, man. A lot of lower tier members are going to be able to admit guilty, it seems like, in this case. Which is kind of shocking me, because usually what happens is just they wait till everybody's in agreement. They all pretty much take deals once it's approved by the leadership. So, you know, I don't know what's going on nowadays. I don't know what agenda these guys have, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them are taking deals faster because they want to get up in the feds or state or wherever they're going to be going. So I don't know what their status is going to be. I don't know, you know, what's going to go on from here. But, you know, I will say this about Baby G. He was out there for a while. He's always been resourceful. He's always been beneficial. You know what I'm saying? He's always trying to do the right thing. I don't know if that changed. Because from my experience, though, you know, a lot of dudes that were good hermanos, good young bros, change once they become carnales. So I don't know if he's still that same individual or what. You know what I mean? But I will say this: he was a righteous dude. Bob Maldonado was cool as well, man. Sammy Luna, I'm not going to speak about him, but you know, just go back to High Desert. Anybody in High Desert knows exactly what I'm talking about. There was always a little bit of question marks about him. He has some issues that pending out up there, and it kind of shocks me that he was able to, you know, allegedly join the NF Leadership Council. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's neither here nor there. So it seems like I think we've had a total of 14 people who pled guilty, man. The early ones I think were part of the San Grande case. Then we had Chente, and we had what's his name? Man, not Sleepers. I don't think Sleepers got caught up in this case at all. It was the other individual from San Jose that got caught up as well. But in any event, man, you know, there's expect federal authorities to probably have more indictments coming soon. I'm thinking, man. From what the rumblings I've been hearing is that there's not done with all the indictments. There's going to be a lot of charges stemming from a lot of stuff that's been going on recently, due to the fact of the goshen incident. Even though the NF isn't really involved directly, they're trying to paint that picture, and I think that they're going to be going after a lot of people too. Their county, they've already arrested 26 people. Expect a lot more. Expect that county to go gun ho, to set an example. that they're not going to tolerate this. And so anybody in Tulare County, be very careful out there, man. You know, think twice about your actions and what you're doing, because right now they're going to be coming a lot of resources to tap into what's going on out there and shut everything down. You already see that they've been hitting cells on a constant level trying to get information. They're trying to basically get a connection that's between the prison and the streets regarding any of these hits, the massacre and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, in any event, we'll see what happens, man. Hey, hope you guys have a positive morning, man. This is just an update of Operation Quiet Storm. It's been a little quiet lately on it, man, but this is going to get interesting now. We're going to see what's going to develop from this. And it's going to be interesting to see if there was anything in addition to what was being said by any of these individuals that pled guilty that's not going to be looked good upon when they get to the feds. With that said, it's your boy Flocker. I'm gone.